There's no understanding Lin Arison without also understanding Ted Arison. This was a long-term partnership that continues to this day. These ideas were evolved by them together. But the embodiment of all of that today is Lin Arison. Social change takes time. You cannot write a check and walk away. These are long-term propositions. She understands that in an intuitive way, and she understands that from experience.
They started in 1981 with YoungArts. We've given over $6 million in scholarships, facilitated over $100 million in university scholarships from universities. Alumni including Kerry Washington, Doug Aitken, Vanessa Williams. The list goes on. We get right around 8,000 applications every year in the visual, literary, and performing arts from high school seniors throughout the country. So we cut those applications down to 150, who we bring to Miami in January for Arts Week. And it is the most incredible week of master classes with masters such as Baryshnikov, Placido Domingo, Michael Tilson Thomas, Frank Gehry, Julian Schnabel, you know, these artists that are the best of the best. They're godlike figures if you're in the arts.
When you're in high school and considering whether or not to be an artist, you're not quite sure if you're good enough. It can be a moment of crisis, and YoungArts finds people like this and gives them a sense of direction and a sense of belief in their own excellence.
When I went to YoungArts and to see people crying after I had read some of my poetry amazed me. And so to see that it had touched someone or that it inspired someone to go and write themselves changed me and changed the way I look at myself as a writer and the things that I want to write.
It's so important to kind of run across people who can inspire you in different ways, and those become like the building blocks that later kind of, you know, create who you are and kind of solidify the journey that your work takes you on.
Lin was very interested in my take on education. She wanted to hear from someone who had come up themselves, struggling with issues of identity and what it means to be an artist, and how to get the young people to show up and be serious. How to get them to feel they can raise their head in a world that's all about bottom line and profits and so on, to think that what I do has a value in the culture. That is very important, and I think YoungArts is on the way to doing that.
The New World Symphony is an orchestral academy. The best young musicians go there to sharpen their skills before they go off to work in the major orchestras of the country, certainly, and of the world. In the new Frank Gehry building in the New World Center, the wall cast is a phenomenal community attractor, a phenomenal community maker. People don't go there just to hear the concert. People are in concert with each other, if you will.
We talk a lot about creative placemaking here at the NEA. That's a perfect example of it. This is about an arts organization, an arts institution connecting directly and immediately, viscerally with its community.
My grandmother had this incredible vision of bringing music to everybody. She wanted to make it accessible. And I think everybody in the family, seeing this come to fruition, thought of my grandfather. And that he would be so over the moon.
I think it's all about the future. And when you're talking about the future, you're talking about kids. That's been Lin's central concern ever since I've known her. It's what she cares about most. She's going to do that till her last breath. She'll be doing something for kids and something for the future of culture in this country.